Well, wouldn't you know it? I actually qualified on pole for once. This was an solo endurance race I did, 2 hours and 40 minutes. We have the GTP cars in the class ahead, and I am in a GT3 car. Um, I don't generally qualify on pole and didn't know exactly how I wanted to hold up the rest of the field. I know in general you want to keep a little bit of a gap um, between the fast cars and the slower cars just in case there's a wreck. But I didn't know how exactly to do that, and I also didn't know exactly how to take that turn. Um, and I don't think I left a big enough gap. I think I kind of gave myself a big advantage as to when we went. I kind of wanted to do it on the back straight coming up, but I was already too close to the hypercars at this point. This was done before uh, the big Petite Le Mans endurance race that I did with a team. Um, and this was very helpful just in terms of also learning like where the hypercars are likely to pass you on this track. Um, and just to see if I could do a solo endurance race. Like here, I was like, okay, I want to be going right now, but there's no way I'm far enough back. I probably should have waited a lot more at the line to go, or maybe not. I don't know. I guess I can dictate whatever pace I want as I'm on pole, but I get going like right through this chicane, and I think that gave me a big lead on the cars behind because I could just take whatever line I wanted through here. So by now the green flag has gone. Um, I'm pulling out not really a gap, but the cars behind me are already battling. You know, some few folks who opt to start in the pits. There was somebody's wing. Also, it was kind of good practice to do this at night because I would eventually do the last stint, which was at night. So that was good practice for me for the Petite Le Mans. I think at this point I kind of had my lines down. Um, I did some more practicing. I think this was like the weekend before it. Oh no, we have some GTPs off with Calamity. That is one thing I like about being in the slower classes. I do like it when we get to beat the faster class. Although most of the time that's just due to attrition and people quitting the race. But I still count it as finishing ahead of them. If I recall correctly, I was in first for quite a bit of time, but I don't think I finished first. For me, I'm happy with that. And then using the curbs there. So I think I had been watching a video or two or practicing to get comfortable doing that. Still by no means super fast, but at least comfortable enough going around this track. Missing that apex. That corner gets harder, I feel like, at night. and then it gets easier. Sometimes racing at night, you just kind of focus on the edges of the track, and like that is all. You don't see everything else. But it does take some practice and getting used to for me. And then I'm taking the line in the middle of the track there. So yeah, this was basically the lines I ran at Petit Le Mans. I don't believe I saved a replay of the one I ran with them, with my teammates. But I do remember the um, the GTPs were less aggressive in this race than the session we were in. A little too gung ho there. Uh oh, someone goes off. And they don't hold their brakes and roll to the other side of the track. So I guess that works. They're out of the way. There's the first GT3 I passed. And then also learning that I can take that outside line and let all 5 of those hypercars by. So that was something I had to adapt to. Going up the hill, I never know where those faster cars want to pass me. Some of them wanted it the left, some of them wanted the right. I tried to make it clear later which way I was going to go, but at least as long as I'm aware that they're coming, I can kind of adjust as we go up the hill. But that's always something that I need to figure out in these endurance races, because some of the faster cars, they want to pass you certain ways. Some of them are more patient than others, and you just don't want to wreck. Because look at all those people in the pit lane. We haven't even done an hour. And there's one person coming out of the pit lane. So there's GT3 pass number 2, I think. Or maybe there was another one I've cut out, but just people making mistakes, and then you outlast them in these endurance races. If you can you don't have to be fast, but if you can stay on the road and stay out of trouble, you generally finish pretty darn well. That's always kind of been my goal in these endurance races. Just stay on the road, stay out of trouble. It doesn't always happen that way, though. I think actually later, just because I'm recalling this race a little more now, I have to take evasive action in that last chicane, and I actually just decide to go up the sand pit on the last chicane. I think it's 10A and 10B is what it's called, but we'll get to it when we get to it, if we get to it at all. I was generally cool with people, or I got more and more comfortable with people passing me going down that hill, because by the time they get past, I'm like already, I can turn in full speed. I don't need to slow down at all. People taking the inside there, that happens so much more in the proper Petite Le Mans, which I understand why they do it, but as the slower class, we lose a lot more time than they do. But I mean, that was a battle of like 3 cars, probably. So once again, just stay out of trouble, stay on the road. All right, there's a mistake that gave the lead. But hey, over 30 minutes in first place. Now I get a draft for a while. And I felt pretty good with the gap back to third place and beyond them. So at this point in the race, I'm thinking, okay, this is the person I'm going to be battling or trying to stay with the whole race. But I know as traffic comes and goes, I may fall back in the gap. Like, I'm already falling back right there. But I think they went, they seem good. And once again, just trying to survive. We got a whole bunch of cars trying to get through. Let's not crash. I'm not trying to make a move. I'm just trying to let everyone know what my intentions are. I'm staying on the right side. Let those guys go where they may. I'm staying on this side until all those hypercars are gone, and then I will scoot over to the right. And after all that traffic, falling back a little bit, I've caught back up. So, as the saying goes, traffic giveth and traffic give away. Traffic giveth and take away in these races. Oh no! The person I'm possibly racing with goes too wide on turn 1. So I have now regained the lead. Oh, we got quite a little stoppage there. But once again, stay on the road, stay out of trouble. Everything will be fine. Three wide coming down here. That wasn't a great turn there, but I'm not on the grass. And I think there's a slow GT3 car up ahead. Some folks have to take evasive action. I think most of the time they wanted the right side, or they took the right side, just because my line, I kind of went out. But we'll see as the race goes. So now I'm also coming up on my first lap traffic that hasn't spun out or gone off the road. So we'll see how kind they are to me as the class leader. If they will let me by. Generally, most people do. In these endurance races, at this point in the race, it's like, yeah, I'm not racing you even if you're faster than me. You can go by. You could be the leader, you could be 2 laps behind me, but if you're faster than me on the track right now, just go ahead. But this is one of the rare occasions where I'm leading the race, and so I have a lot to lose if they don't move out of the way. And so I'm like looking in my mirrors, making sure the fast cars aren't unexpectedly somewhere and then also like, how am I going to pass this person? Where am I faster than them? Maybe I can get a draft here. I don't go for it. I just move over because I want to make it clear to the faster guys that I'm going to be on that side of the road. And for our friend in the white Beamer up ahead, staying on the left, I think is adding a little bit of time to his laps. But I'm not positive. I do not have the headlight flashers bound, so I don't give him a flash. Okay, they go off the road there. I'm seeing if they will let me by here. Nope. They left some space. That's one of the other things about racing at night is when you see the headlights, sometimes you don't realize whether it's your class or not. Okay, woo! We're going 3 wide out of the turn. But you know what? That works. No crash. I'm ahead. Scratch my leg. Alright, I've caught up to them. See if I can't get a draft down the straight and make a pass into the chicane if no hypercars are going to bug me. Oh, they let me through. That's very kind. Don't even need to work for a pass. I appreciate that. Alright, I've caught up to lap traffic. Let's see how this pans out. Don't really want to pass here. That's very good. They move straight over. Let me have the inside line. And then everybody survives another lap. And we did it all without those pesky GTP cars. Why, there's one now. And there's the, yep. So, if I recall correctly, that person was fighting with someone else behind them, and they went for a move and then went for a move on me as well. Um, that, they were spinning right where I was trying to go. So my split second decision was, let's you know what? I know they're not going to be on the I wonder if there was contact there. I know they're not going to be on the grass in front of me. I'm going that way. Which definitely slowed me down, but didn't give me any damage. So that was just the decision I made in that time. They get by me again right here, but I don't think I will see them spin again. All right, pitting in after my first stint. Very happy. I started P1 and I pitted P1. Okay, somebody's off on the right. Nope, that's just some tires. Oh no! Okay, I don't kill myself, but I have to go very slowly to make sure I don't completely wreck the car. So, I believe I've lost a position, or I'm going to lose a position pretty soon. But I did not crash the car off of that turn, and that's the one that will generally catch me out. Alright, looks like a little train of GT3 cars up ahead. The purple and green car, I think, looks really cool. They let folks by, and looks like they may be pitting right now. Nope. But they're slower than the folks ahead, or they at least let them by. Okay, so we got a bunch of different lines going through here. I just want to stay out of trouble, and I think I do. It's not the ideal line, but I made it without crashing. Staying over on this side because I know there's still the fast boy behind. Oh no! That was not the way to exit that turn. That red car up ahead probably had seen quite enough of us on that lap. I wonder if that's the leader up ahead. Might be. Nah. I know it was a Mercedes. I think maybe I catch him. We'll see. Losing a bunch of time there. Okay, so I have caught back up to the leader. After my spin, I've been able to put some okay laps together. And traffic has once again brought us closer together. that is going to bring me a lot closer together. That's why I'm not a fan of the GTPs doing that. But in this case, it actually really benefited me because now I'm in your draft, first place. Making it fairly clear I'm not going to go for a move here. Also, yeah, the GTPs are around. That is one thing I found in this race is that you have to be mindful of when you're going to attack and when you're not going to attack, because those GTP cars want to get through too. And this isn't, this isn't the last lap of the race. We're probably near the middle. And I have to look, I'm paying attention to what the car ahead of me is doing. I'm looking at the relative to see when GTPs will be coming. That was not a good decision. See, look how much time I just lost. So I can catch him is one thing. Passing is another, and then passing with faster traffic, also trying to get through, is all challenging. But it's also why I really like endurance racing. There's a lot of different things that can happen. And generally people are a little more chill with these races because they know they're long, and you do well by just finishing them. For me also, it's just a whole, how long can you stay focused and concentrate on this? Because fatigue definitely wears in. And even though I'm battling for the lead right now, I mean, battling for umpteenth place is still fun. You just do your little battles. And that's your race. You're racing yourself, and if you're lucky, more people. That'll motivate you to do better and also give you a great deal of anxiety. Knowing that one tiny mistake and all that work you've done goes away. I still like to think, even if you weren't able to put together a perfect race, like some crazy folks are able to do, you were able to put together, a good stint or a good 30 minutes. It's not, you have to take your accomplishments, however small they may be. Because, once I'm not in the top split here. But I'm in a race right now. Okay, I think I got a draft. Got Hypercar coming between us and then leaving us. So first place, I think got a little bit of grass there. Okay, that was very dangerous. But I guess they survived. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that exit. I think I'll be gaining a little bit of a time through here. Just setting up for the big long draft down the back straight. Oh, that's not the best line through there, but just stay with them. Get that draft. Less air resistance. Better fuel mileage. Slightly higher top speed. Alright, I think I'm staying to the left because there's probably a hypercar back there. But they were patient. There were two back there. So now, ooh, that was close. I should have braked maybe a little sooner. But hopefully no damage to them or us. Oh no, they've gone off. Oh, they saved it. Very well done, Mr. Blue Hypercar. I don't know if there technically is a difference between GTPs and hypercars, but one of my teammates called them hypercars, and so that's better than trying to distinguish GTPs and GT3s, because English and sounds and radio communication. Alright, so catching him again. Being separated a bit for the faster car traffic, but now I'm right on his tail. Okay, someone's gone off, but they have been able to stay out of the way, so our battle resumes. Hopefully their race continues. Okay, I think I got a better line through there. So this might be my opportunity to go for the move. I'm right on him. Doesn't seem like there's hypercars around. I go to the left side. They're blocking. I go to the right side. I'm braking. Stay with them. Didn't work out that time. Oh, gotta run here. Will I go for it into turn one? I take the inside line, but I don't think I'm close enough. We're gonna go 4 wide up the hill. And we almost survive. Well done, everyone. Okay. Oh, I have it now. I have first place. I took it back. Alright, passing a back marker. P2 is still not far behind. Hypercar behind as well, giving us flashing lights. Ooh. Not bad. Everybody makes it through. No tears. Oh my no! Oh. and damage. After several minutes of repairs, taking a little stretch and bathroom break, I'm back on the road. This time in 5th place. Apparently, Team Contact for Eggs, and I were probably a good 9 to 10 laps ahead of the rest of the GT3 field. So it took quite a few laps before I was actually put any positions down. But back out there, just looking to finish the race that started so well. Alright, coming up on another GT3 car. Not really going to push the pass because I don't think we're fighting for position. But I caught him, so I think I've got a little bit of pace on him. Here, I want him to be ahead so that I can get the draft, but they decide, no, I'm going to go off the track, and you will have no draft. Fair play. Well, and I'm only 31 seconds now off of 4th place. Now 21. Maybe they're in the pits. Maybe I will gain one more position before the end of this race. Yeah, it looks like they might be in the pits. Because now it's 12 seconds. But I don't know how much you can trust that thing. I trust it. It says I'm in 4th. I trust it. Alright, so I gained a position from someone having to do a pit stop. And now I'm only 5 laps behind 3rd place. Oh, that was something else in this race. That because it looks like the car in front doesn't have their headlights, and then there were times where these fast cars did not have headlights, and then they were just suddenly there. That was sort of scary at times in this race. I forgot about that. Looks like P3 pit and then exited the session, so that actually promoted me up onto the podium at this point. Overall, with this session, I took it just as big long practice for the Petite Le Mans, where we go around Road Atlanta for, I think it's 8 hours. And mostly just got comfortable dealing with the faster cars in traffic, learning where they can get by, and just trying to be more and more comfortable with this car, trying to master that corner, not necessarily master, but just do that without crashing. In the team race, I was able to at least do that. That was sort of my other mini goal besides stay on the road, stay out of trouble. Oh, and now 3rd place is back. So now they have 3rd place again. So now I don't know where I finished. But any case, it was a good experience. Great racing that I had, led a great deal of it in my class. Good time, exhausting, but good training for the real endurance with my teammates. Thank you for watching.